Even during a global pandemic, you stay busy.
Yeah.
Well, we're all buddies. I think people that listen to this pod, it is weird. Like when I came to New York, remember we sat at that table. It was like the three of us and Frazier in like a little 4-pod table. And
That's right.
I was like on the podcast. I think you're maybe like your first one off the Zoom at Grailed or something.
Yeah.
And
OG.
And then in the Barstool Studios, and now here at Throwing Fits. So I feel like I've sort of like I've intertwined with the pod.
There's connective tissue between these two institutions of American entertainment.
Well, the Sean Evans star is still blasting off, whereas we've kind of regressed into the primordial ooze of a fucking Zencaster call. Yeah. And that just goes to show what type of guy you are, because you're still here with us in the literal fucking mud.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, I don't forget where I came from. Throwing everything. Shout out.
This is Jonah Hill, and you're listening to the only podcast that matters.
Throw gang, I say this every week, but I especially mean it this week. We are joined by the ruiner of rectums, the sultan of spice, the annihilator of assholes, the diarrhea Don Dada, the prince of peppers, the baron of bubble guts, the beautiful bald bitch himself, host of Hot Ones and Hot Ones the game show, Sean Evans. Woo. Sean, how the hell are you, buddy?
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. I'm doing good.
You are probably our most famous guest of all time.
No, Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, and you guys had Foster last week.
Oh, that's true. We did.
Yeah. I don't know if fame is the right word. Maybe more like annoying.
Maybe more infamous. We'll go with that.
Yeah. I guess Sean is famous now, though, and we're going to talk about this later. But what I'm curious, Sean, is what is a famous celebrity public-facing talent wearing in quarantine? And do not say that it's a Club Monocle bathrobe.
No, but that sounds pretty good. I'm wearing actually.
Of course it does.
That sounds comfy. I'm wearing a full like floor to ceiling. I'll start at the feet because I'm no narc.
Yes.
Oh, there he is, baby.
But I'm just wearing some kit socks and then like a full like a full Adidas tracksuit.
Ooh, what color?
Green, like a forest, like a dark green.
Is it like nylon or like sweats?
It's like nylon. Like it looks like something you'd jump out of a plane if you were like skydiving or something in.
Or so are you just like sliding off the couch?
Yeah, I mean I'm kind of a comfy fit guy. Like this really plays to my strengths this whole quarantine.
A cozy boy.
Yeah, I'm a cozy boy at heart. So I just tracksuits, fucking sweatpants and hoodies, like whatever. I could stretch that new fit.
So a green tracksuit. So you're dressed like an Irish Tony Soprano, basically, is what you're saying.
100%. Plus, I'm wearing a Rolex. Like I'm very close to it.
Ooh, wow, hell yeah, Sean! Sean, as a fellow Rolex wearer, nice to have you on the show.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Hold up. Lest we forget, Sean, the panties. What panties?
Yeah, what are the panties?
Just some like Ralph Lauren briefs.
Okay,
nice.
You go cool. Dick down or dick pointing to the sky.
Like if I'm on a plane or a train or something, like if I'm in transportation, I'm up towards the sky, and then
sky's the limit, baby.
Yeah, and then guns down if I'm just chilling in the crib. So right now we're down.
Throw your rollies and dicks in the sky, but side to side.
Do people really go dick up when they're just
no? I sent that I saw like a funny meme. So like I do boxers so that I'm always guns holstered. But I sent a funny meme where it's like fellas in boxer briefs, are you A or B? A, dick down. B, dick pointed to God. But we all know God is ass. So
yeah, true. No, my dick stays down like my 5 toes, man. We stay down on this side. We don't fuck around. We don't change up. We don't switch up.
Sean, what about do you kind of have like a uniform for the show? Because like we're avid viewers, and obviously as fucking Jaws enthusiasts, that's the first thing we look at. It seems like it's always bomber and like some joggers and CPs. Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's not that far off. I've been like mixing up the sneaker stuff a little bit more recently, but to me, I'm not I'm not like go shopping guy. Like I don't do that. You know, like that's not like fun to me. So I feel like if I find
what's wrong with you? What's wrong
Yeah,
with
dude,
you?
I'm sorry, dude. Sorry for your loss. Yeah,
Well,
it sounds like a personal problem.
I do kind of care about, you know, like the shape and like how it looks. And we've done so many episodes that I have sort of, you know, what feels comfortable to me on camera sort of thing. But I'm totally
a uniform.
Yeah, I'm a uniform dresser for sure. Like if I find a thing that works, like if I find a jacket that works and they have 4 colors, like I'll buy all 4 colors, you know, that sort of thing. Like I feel like there has to be like a new, different look or thing. Or I was in the hoodies for like so long, and then I was like hoodie guy, and I didn't want to be like hoodie guy. So you switch up, you do it.
You had and you were wearing you had a Stoney hoodie for a minute there.
I have a couple. I think I probably have a couple hoodies, a couple jackets, Stone Island. Sometimes there's like things that, you know, you like it, I wear it or whatever. But then sometimes, I don't know, you feel like you get in too deep or like there's people that like really care. They like really care what you're wearing, and they get all like crazy on you. You know what show you're on, right? It's not even fucking worth it.
But Sean, I want to ask you about that. I know. Did Matt Welty call you a fucking poser because you're not out here like a fucking soccer hooligan, cracking skulls and chugging pints with the lads while wearing your Stoney?
That's goon stolen valor.
No, he didn't say. Yeah. He I like that. It is goon stolen. I did. It was goon stolen valor. I don't know, but I like the hoodie. Like they are nice. They are nice as shit. Like they are super comfy.
Yeah, it's high quality stuff.
Yeah, so I just like the thing, but I think people that ride super hard for Stone Island, they're like Star Wars fans or something. It's like the same energy, but just channeled in a different way to the point where you're like, well, it's not even worth it.
You know what show you're on, right? You know this is Throwing Fits and not like, you know, KFC Radio. You right? Like this is you gotta understand, Sean. You're not a John's enthusiast. But when a John's enthusiast approaches you wearing Stoney, they're trying to welcome you into their world, dude. You know, that's a compliment.
Yeah. No,
that's solidarity.
It can go a couple different ways though. But I think I know what show I'm on. That's why I'm just talking honest about clothes and shit. But
I do appreciate, Sean. I do really appreciate that you did mention like you care about silhouette and shape, which are 2 things that people regularly ignore. And so they'll be wearing like, yo, look at this like fire piece I'm wearing, but it's like, bro, you look like a fucking Gatorade bottle. Right. Like it just does not work for you.
Yeah. Stop fat shaming, James.
No, it's not fat shaming. Okay, yeah.
I think you know there's so much to keep up on, you know, but you guys are like in the world and know it and stuff where it's like, oh, like this is cool for now and then it's not cool and then this and then that or like whatever. So to me it's just staying consistent with like staple shape, like whatever. That's just the thing that I do.
Also, Sean, as a mouthpiece for like, you know, regular guys, this is important advice because how shit fits you is most important. That's what's paramount.
Yes,
so 100%. Fucking listen up. Listen to the beautiful bald bitch in his fucking fire ass Stoney and bombers and focus on fit first and foremost and you'll be okay.
Yeah.
So this kind of dovetails perfectly into the next segment, which is Sean, you're a fucking man of world class taste. Literally.
Yum, 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 yum.
You're rich, you're famous, you're fucking sexy. My man's looking like a young Jason Statham over here. So we want to know what you're fucking with and what you're not fucking with. In this segment we call Fuck With, Not Fuck With.
Working title.
It's still a working title. We're going to throw some categories at you and you tell us what within those categories you're fucking with and what you're not fucking with. First up, obviously, it's Throwing Fits. We want to know what brands you're fucking with. We already talked about Stoney.
Yep. I mean, you guys kind of know what I like. I think I always used to just like, you know, you guys have joked about it on the pod and stuff, but you guys are kind of my lens into it a little bit. I'm like, oh, what about this? What about that? So you guys know.
Pro bono stylists, I believe is the term.
Yes.
Yeah, Sean, you can always hit us up. You can always hit us up with questions. Like, if you're on the fence about something.
If you know type beat, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think if I think about like, you know, if I kind of want to mix in like a Chicago thing or whatever, like I have all these like leaders hoodies that I've been wearing around the house that I like almost forgot about from like over the years, but like St. Alfred or like RSVP, like if, you know, like to be kind of regional about it. And then you guys know I like the like sort of Bloomingdale's Bombers or like Bergdorf Bombers sort of stuff, like that's what I'll do.
You are the Bergdorf bomber yourself, bro.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I like that. The Bergdorf bomber.
Oh, yeah, baby. Say Bergdorf, not Bloomingdale, so you can again not just be rich, but also appear rich.
Okay, cool. Well, I go to both. Bloomingdale's not rich. Bloomingdale seems rich.
No. Bloomingdale's is nouveau riche. It's a completely different thing, buddy. We want you old money, bro. Regardless of how quick the money came, you need to be old money in everything that you do.
You got to act like you've been here.
Yeah, act like you've been here before, sweetie.
Well, I go to that Bergdorf all the time, and then you just like rifle the racks and then like find something that looks good. Last time I was at Bergdorf, I ran into Joe Budden. And he was like, in a full length like mink coat. It was awesome.
Were you avoiding every rack that he was in front of? Because that would be the strategy that I would employ.
I like Joe. And he is, where does he fall in the sort of style thing? Because he is almost.
He's the dean of clown college. What do you mean? Where does he fall?
Yeah.
He dresses like a fucking bozo.
To quote the man himself, that shit is a 2-pack of ass.
Huge
shit
ass.
Shit is trash.
But don't you think it's like he's so his thing and so to himself?
Sure.
I feel like if there's longevity,
he dresses like
stretch that out for a long time. I think people stop cracking on you and just sort of like.
Well,
he dresses like he thinks the designer of Drake's estate dresses like.
He dresses like Drake's interior designer.
Yes.
Drake's personal architect. No, Joe Budden is a joke, bro. His style is – listen, is it at this point has it become a personal branding choice? Yeah, he's leaned into the skid. That does not mean it is good or recommended, to be clear.
You gotta follow this account, Joe Budden Fits. They just commented on our shit like, yo,
I do.
The pod, but it's – oh, you do? So you already know.
But I think it's
you already know.
It is uniquely Joe Budden, though. It's uniquely Joe Budden. That's what I like about it. Is it's like his thing. Like
your former coworker Jinx, who by the way has been tossing fits on the set of State of the Culture recently.
Yeah, no, he always has. He always has.
Yes,
yeah,
he always
it's true. It's true. I mean, it helps to be a cool, hot black dude. But he said it best: is that Joe Budden and the rest of his castmates on that show dress like a rich brunch. That's what it is. All right. That joke didn't work.
Rich brunch.
Can I just say this is the casualty of remote podcasting? And if you're a listener who was behind the paywall with us last week, I had to deal with it too, James. It just happens, man. Shoot for the stars, land on the moon, do the best that you can, okay?
Exactly. Sean,
I got your back, bro.
Sean, what other brands are you fucking with? And let's be clear, it's not only clothing brands,
sure.
Right? You're a man of many pillars, not just hot sauce, not just fashion. You also like to shave your head, you said. You also like other types of food. What other brands are you fucking with in the world of Sean Evans?
Fucking big time with JetBlue. Dude.
Really?
Every airline pisses me off except for JetBlue, and now I'm loyal. I am like so I'm Mosaic, rack up the points. They're the best airline by far. Like I can't say enough good things about JetBlue, being somebody who just flies constantly.
They're not paying you to say this.
JetBlue, I can't. They've never offered me a bag. I've never talked to them. I've never done anything. I have no horse in the race. Whatsoever. I'm just saying, as somebody who flies all the time, I'm so happy fucking JetBlue exists. JetBlue is
what sets them apart.
An airline. They're good. I fuck with JetBlue heavy.
But why? Why exactly? Like, what sets them apart from like the?
All right, first off, well, if you're Mosaic, they actually they treat you pretty good. Like they're constantly doing upgrades and looking out for you. The people who work the counters, they're a lot friendlier. The flight attendants even. And then they don't – here's the other thing too. You fly in any other airline, they make you pay for that Wi-Fi that sucks. What is that shit called? It's like I want to bury the in-flight go-go. That shit sucks. That's the worst.
Shit is a 2-pack of ass
invention of all time. It's a two-pack of ass. It's the slowest internet. And then they're so outrageous with their pricing. They're so arrogant about it. They're like, oh, okay, you're flying across the country for 6 hours. That's going to be $44.99 for the worst internet ever. You know, like, they're so arrogant their pricing, and the product is horrible. Sure, but it doesn't work. So it doesn't work.
Oh, yeah. They literally are like, hey, would you like to pay?
I don't hold on to receipts.
Yeah. You're paying $65
but JetBlue, they give you that fly-fi, and it's free. And then,
ooh.
So wait, Sean. So you're saying it's not a Blue Man Group; it's a Blue Man family.
Again, this is the casualty of.
I said it's not a Blue Man Group; it's a Blue Man family. I wish you didn't make me repeat myself. Fuck.
Sean, do you fly?
No,
do you fly first? Do you fly first class?
Yeah.
Do you fly first class?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But this is a new development, but racking up miles, and then I fly so much, and then oftentimes with like a bubble gut. So like when we had like the new thing, that was like my big win. That was my big win.
Yeah.
It was like I got to fly, and that's the other thing too about JetBlue is their first class is awesome. Like on all these other airline companies that are basically Greyhound buses with wings, like even like, okay, maybe you get like another 6 inches of leg space or something on a United flight or whatever. Like they're so bad. But JetBlue, you're in that pod, that thing, it folds out, reclines into a bed. It can give you massages. You wake up and they'll be like, oh, I noticed you just woke up, Mr. Evans. Like, I've saved you some toasted wontons, and there's fresh fruit in the fridge for you. Like, they're just good. They're just good at what they do. So
emerging from the pod is like emerging from a cocoon. Like you feel refreshed and you become a beautiful butterfly despite traveling.
They have to drag me off those planes, dude. I'd rather stay there than the hotel.
Dan,
you are fucking riding heavy for JetBlue.
Can I just say, Throwing Fits is brought to you by JetBlue.
Yes.
Fly safe.
Fuck with JetBlue heavy.
I think
Love Sack.
I just blew myself. Love Sack?
Yeah. Do you guys know those things?
No,
that's the beanbag that you tried to faint in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it did let me down that one time, but otherwise it's like the best thing. They're like these I don't know what they put in them, some crazy space age memory foam sort of thing, and then
dead children,
amazing, whatever they do.
It's Adidas Boost technology. As the resident horniest member of this podcast, I got to ask: are they good to have sex in?
Actually, not really, because it's just such a big blob that you can't. You can't dig in anywhere and get any sort of like position or angle
resistance.
Or anything. It's just like a big blob. Yeah. But if you're just smoking weed watching movies, it's the best.
Which is better than sex.
Yeah. Gotta get one for Chuck. What brands are you not fucking with, Sean? Like, put somebody on blast. Who's done you dirty?
Yeah.
Who just is overhyped? Who sucks?
Hopefully another airline.
I'll say United is the worst airline. Like, I feel like when we
killed the French Bulldog.
Like if you were flying, well, that sounds like something they do. Like, I think like when we were kids, like if you were flying United, it was like, oh, like you have rich parents or something. Like United used to mean something. United used to be like the gold standard of airline.
Yo, great episode title. United used to mean something.
Yeah, but they've fallen off so hard, and then they act like they haven't. But it's like that place, like United to me, I'm just like disappointed. I'm just sad. Like I shed a tear for United. And then
Lawrence, who's your Lawrence? Who?
Fucking.
You're not fucking with Weston?
No, I don't fuck with.
Are they like? At all. Are they like the ones like by the airports, or are they like nice? I don't even know.
They're like
Weston's nice.
They're kind of like nice corporate hotels, but they're the people there. Like, I've had like. The last 3 Westons I've stayed in, like I've independently had horrible experiences. And I'm, by the way, the guy that you want staying at your hotel. I'm the guy that you want at your hotel, the guy that you want at your restaurant. Like I could get, honestly, the wrong entree served to me. I'll just eat it anyway. Cause I'm like, so.
You're not a diva.
I'm not. I sort of like I take life. I feel like I'm just sort of surfing a wave, and I'm
you're a man of the people.
You're an everyman. You're an everyman.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm very.
That's why
I'm a
people
simple.
love you,
I'm
bro.
a simple man.
Yeah, you're so simple. You resonate with a lot of people.
Sean, when you go to LA for work,
I'm a second chance. I give second chances, all that stuff.
Sure. Where do you typically? What hotel do you typically stay at when you go to LA? Yeah.
So to me, I kind of switch it up because I spend so much time out here that it's like you can't be hitting the same spot every time. But what I like are like during the summer, I like that Mondrian on Sunset Boulevard because the pool scene is like kind of like as a people sort of thing. It's
is that the one? Is that the one that has like an orange color scheme?
Yeah, it's kind of
Sunset?
orange. It's right across the street from. It's right across the street from the Comedy Store. It's like white.
Yeah,
sort of on the
that one. I hate that hotel. It is such a. It's
that goes.
Well, it's such a. It's such a party. It's such a party hotel. It's such a party scene that like if you're there for work and you're trying to like sleep or get like a decent night's sleep,
you can't. Yeah,
people are like running through the hallways doing crazy drugs.
It's right outside your room.
Yeah.
So James is a boomer and Sean is just sorry for partying.
Yeah, but I kind of I like it during the summer though.
Got it. It does have nice views.
I like that hotel during the summer, and then I like the one hotel that used to be the Jeremy. It's like right next door.
Almost. Oh yeah,
It's kind of like a good fall vibe. It's like sort of like a bear in hibernation vibe. So like during the fall and winter, I kind of stay at that one hotel, and then during the summer, I go to the Mondrian.
What a sophisticated guy. He has a different hotel for every season. You love to see it.
The one hotel is pretty pricey. Sounds like our man's doing well.
Quite well.
Real quick, though, Lawrence, what is your airline of choice? I'm curious.
Delta.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like JetBlue and Delta are kind of like neck and neck for...
Yeah, for sure. United fell off like crazy. I mean, they literally murdered a French bulldog. I mean, come on,
yeah.
Fam. As a French bulldog owner,
you
I
have
cannot
a
in good faith or conscience. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no chance. Yeah, I'm a Delta boy all the way, James. We're on the same page there. But JetBlue is fire. If I'm going to LA, I'm taking JetBlue, personally.
Yeah.
All right, Sean. Sean, on to the next category. You kind of mentioned this briefly when we were talking about your fits on Hot Ones, but sneakers. What sneakers are you currently fucking with?
Yeah, what's the rotation, baby?
Like the things that I bought, I've been wearing these like I've got these like Stan Smith, Raf Simons shoes that I fucking love. That's like speaking of uniform, like I'm uniform with sneakers too. Like if I like the shoes, like I'll just get like a bunch of them. So I've been doing that. That's a
bit of a throwback.
Like
it's like
me actually.
Yeah, I have a pair.
Wait, the Stan Smith Rafs are a bit of a throwback, like where it's like the R perforation on the side.
I got throwback after throwback and cut off.
Yeah, I feel like they're not like popping anymore, but that's a shoe that I love. That's like a very classy, subtle nod. That's some old money shit. I have a pair on deck always. I love them. So I give my full fucking stamp of approval, even if it's not like a hype beast shoe right now, which to me makes it even better.
What colorways are you fucking with in that? Because they have like great colors. I personally have a very like inky dark blue.
I got coffee like
the
mocha.
Ones that I have right now. The ones that I have right now, they're seriously like right next to me. They're kind of like they're like an eggshell almost, like not really white, but kind of like, you know what I'm talking about, like a cereal milk, like a cereal milk.
Like after like some cinnamon toast crunch, or Captain Crunch.
Yeah, exactly.
Momofuku milk bar type beat.
Yeah, that's a good sneaker.
So I like those.
I
know you guys don't fuck with Common Projects at all, but I wear those sometimes.
We don't.
What is
once El Prez starts wearing them, it's a wrap, son. You know the vibes.
Yeah, so Prez can kill like All Saints. Prez can kill Common Projects.
Well, All Saints was DOA, baby. But yes, Prez can absolutely kill something that me and James once enjoyed. Absolutely.
Common Projects became very much like the rich tech bro sneaker.
Sure.
Not like the nerdy engineers that would wear like Allbirds, but like more like the sales bros in tech.
For sure.
They would wear Common Projects
because consumption.
Because it is just like, yo, look at my $500 sneaker.
Yeah, but
look at that gold foil.
It was something that was good, and it was very much like the first kind of like hit in terms of like a mainstream sneaker. But then it just happens, Sean. Like if you're paying attention, these things just, and if you're insecure enough where these things bother you, like Lawrence and I are,
Yeah.
then a entire class of people can just take something and make it their own, and it just ruins it for us.
Well, I hate admitting it too, because like, you know, James and I are always like preaching, do what feels good to you, what you like, what makes you feel comfortable. But like, I literally see a certain type of dude wearing that sneaker, and then I have to go and burn my own. That's just the way of the world.
No, I kind of get that. Here's my thing on Common Projects is that, to me, they're such a versatile shoe. Like you can wear them with jeans, shorts, like whatever.
Yep.
Plus, I'm a no socks guy, and they're an awesome no socks shoe. And there is something to be said about the quality of it, because like I feel like if you get that shoe for like $85 or $110 or whatever, that thing's falling apart. Whereas like those Common Projects, they last so long. So to me, it's an awesome, like they really work for me. Plus I'm so uniform, so I can just get them.
They spawned 1,000 imitators, right? They've spawned 1,000 imitators. It's a sneaker that launched 1,000 fucking copycats, and none of them hold up at all because the quality is dog shit if you're not buying CP. And you're right, dude. The materials are supple enough that like you can kind of slip right in and not worry about having to break it in too much, which is a big plus.
Sean, if you are at all open to exploring other sneakers and other brands that are, you know, similar, where it's like super high quality materials, expensive, but because they're a long-term investment, they're not going to just fall apart on you, and also kind of like minimal with like good colorways. If you're open to it, and anyone that's, you know, wearing Common Projects and maybe wants to like check out something else, this brand Fight, F-E-I-T. Lawrence actually worked with the dude. He had like 0 teeth. It was weird.
He was missing one tooth. He was missing one tooth.
The front tooth. That's right.
Yeah, but one of the two most important teeth he was missing. I'll give that to you.
Check out that brand. It's similar price point, similar like super high quality materials. But yeah, just peep that.
More off the beaten path. Yeah, it's off the beaten path a bit more. Shout out Tull. That's his name.
Yes.
That guy rocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm open. Send me some.
We'll link you, Dottie. Yeah, we'll link you.
What about non-sneakers? Any non-sneakers you're fucking with?
Well,
you're a man of comfort. We know that.
I know, but that's why I'm like thinking about, send me some loafer stuff too. I know that you guys are big on loafers right now.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm really ready to get like an awesome loafer.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm ready for, here's what I want too. Like right now I'm on a mission to find the world's driest red wine. Like I just want the driest cab. I want to feel like I'm drinking sand. Here's my other hunt that I'm on. I want the most comfortable slipper of all time. Price is no, like, I don't care. I'm no just object. On the hunt. I'm just on the hunt.
Like a house slipper?
Yeah.
Yes, a house slipper.
Dude,
Crocs.
Check out this brand, Crocs. Check out this brand, the Juicy Subies. The correct spelling is S-U-B-U, just Subu.
I do like Crocs. I have those like Murakami Crocs or whatever. I like those Crocs.
Oh, fancy boy Crocs. Straight from fucking
Crocs are gas. Crocs are straight gas. What about any footwear or sneakers you're not fucking with? Because you don't fall victim to the hype. I mean, you are in the Complex family, and yet you're not someone that's like fucking lusting after like off-white Nikes or like any reissues that people, you know, kill their mothers for.
No, he's always been above the fray.
I feel like that takes so much work, and it's like, you know, whatever. I think you have to be like so into it to do it. But like in the same way that you guys were saying that you'll see a certain class of people adopt Common Projects, and then all of a sudden whatever stock you had in Common Projects goes down the toilet. I kind of have the same thing. Like if I see people like whatever, like it's the same thing where it's like you could say like Prez killing shit. Like I have the same thing. Like if I see people on like Instagram or like whatever, that like I kind of don't fuck with, like, you know, flaunting like a certain brand or label, or even in the office or whatever, then all of a sudden like I don't care about it anymore. You know, like I also
who's your John's Ruiner in the office?
I can't. John Ruiner TM or hashtag John Ruiner. We're gonna make this a thing.
Now at this point, like I'm so like, it's just, I'm so in the show, and then like the company's changed so much. I could like walk. I don't know like it changed. I feel like it's like changed so much, you know, like in just like every month.
Everyone
like,
knows you though, and that's all that matters. You know, let's not lose sight of the big picture.
But like I feel like
Do you still have?
that's how it is with like Off-White with me. Like Off-White was like such an Instagram thing, and like everybody like who has no idea like what they're thinking or what they're talking about, just sort of like mindlessly flexing Off-White and shit. And then I was like, all right, I can't wear Off-White. Like I just can't do it because then I feel like I'm part of the thing. I'm part of the problem.
That's all you fuck with you, bro. You have the self-awareness to recognize that, like, ooh, when motherfuckers are zigging, I know at least to zag because I'm friends with James and Lawrence, and that's great, man. I'm very happy for you. You passed the test. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you still have homies at the office? I know things have changed, and you know, obviously, Complex has been a fucking well of talent over the years. I mean, you're talking to two of the greatest that ever fucking did it. But like, do you still have friends there? Obviously, shout out Chris Schoenberger, shout out Sarah Honda. But like you said, it's a new place.
Yeah, it definitely is. And then I think that I think what's different about it, especially with my role, is I used to be like in the fracas, you know, like I used to be in that writer's pit, like in that old office, like there was just that big
newsroom.
Yeah,
the bullpen,
and it did kind of have that vibe and that
extra. Read all about it. Sean eats hot wings.
Yeah, but we were like
Sean Evans, asshole annihilated.
But we were like all in that thing, so I felt like a little more a part of it and like knew more people and was like interacting with more people on the day to day. But like now, I think like First We Feast is so kind of its own pod in a way, and so the people that I'm around, like the circle is like definitely a lot tighter now. It's not like
I want to say something real quick. You, Chris, and Sarah built the brand. You built the brand. Like you guys earned the right to be your own thing because you built it from scratch. The three of you
and Justin and Justin.
Oh, yes, right. Shout out Justin. Sorry,
there's a lot of people to shout out to. You know, like if Jackson and Dom and of KP, and Colin and
Dom's your producer, right? Dominique's the producer.
Yeah, Dominique Burrows.
Yo, shout out Dominique. If you're ever looking for part-time work, if the First We Feast folks aren't taking care of you, then you know, Lawrence and I we have TV aspirations, so hit us up.
Dom is
come to the winning team. Awesome. Throwing fits.
Yeah, but
Sean, if you had to put 4, let's go sneakers.
Okay,
Mount Rushmore. What are we doing? Because the joke that we had with you is that you were wearing the fucking APC. What were they? Like the APC Blazers?
Those dunks.
The
APC dunks.
I like that shoe. You don't like that shoe?
Revival. No. Sean was ahead of the dunk revival. He had the vision.
Absolutely.
Look at what the world we're living in now. That's Sean Evans' world. He was born in it.
Yeah, we gave you shit because you're always wearing them, but that's something that we like low-key respect, which is you're like, yeah, I fuck with this. I'm going to wear them till they die.
Yeah, no, I still have them. Like I like that shoe. And then too, I think it's like dunks are kind of a beat to shit, still look good shoe, I think. And then they had this sort of like the APC collab had this suede thing. So they were kind of like just becoming a lighter color over the years. You know what I mean? So
they were aging like a fine wine.
Yeah.
Like a dry cab. But yeah, okay, Mount Rushmore, sneakers, top 4 unranked all time. Let's go.
All right, I think if I'm going by mileage on the feet, probably I would probably have to put the Stan Smiths as one.
The Raph collab?
Yeah, the Raph collab, Stan Smiths. Those that's my like favorite shoe that I'm wearing right now.
Lawrence, the homie that we deal with at New Balance. I'm not sure if I can really say
Frankie.
His name. Okay, well there it is. He was like one of the first one of my first plugs, and he like hooked me up with the fucking blue RAF stands that I still have to this day, and they're like 6 years old, but I still have them. Like, and I'm still gonna wear them.
At Three Stripes, yeah. I mean, dude, I have mine. I said earlier, I got the mocha joints, like the fucking Nespresso threes on deck. I will never get rid of them. Yeah.
All right, so we got the RAF stands.
RAF stands. Let's see. Probably, I think like the best Jordan of all time is probably the Black Cement 3.
Ooh, okay, acceptable.
I think.
Are you being from Chicago, are you a Jordan guy?
Well,
were you ever a Jordan guy?
What's funny about
Great
that
question, James.
yeah, and I actually have an answer about it. So to me, like I grew up at a time, we're all about the same age. So it's like when the Bulls were having those runs, I was in elementary school. Like I actually remember like seeing some of those like Patrick Ewing Knicks teams versus the Bulls. Like that was the first time that I saw adults being weird, because I saw so many people like swearing at the TV, and I was like, whoa, like grown-ups can be like just kids that are older sort of thing, like it was like it was those Bulls teams kind of introduced me to all that. But because Michael Jordan was so huge, I found myself kind of like looking at the sort of secondary characters in that, and that actually does bring me to a shoe, which was like to me, when Dennis Rodman joined the team for that like second three-peat, to me, Dennis Rodman was he was a more compelling sports figure to me than Michael Jordan, because everybody loved Michael Jordan. So like
right.
kind of zigging.
Hey, Sean, I have a question for you. Would you say that he was as bad as you wanted to be?
He was worse than I wanted him to be. He was badder than I wanted him to be. But I did. That was like the first.
Oh, damn. Okay, so that one didn't land either. Damn, I know your pain, James. Fuck.
And then
okay, sorry, I didn't mean to ruin the flow of conversation. I'm trying my best, dude. I'm trying so hard.
So then what I bought was like when Rodman was on the team, he had these shoes called the Worm, and the Worm had like a zip up zipper like over the laces, so you could like zip them up, and that was probably like the most hyped that I've ever been to like get a shoe. Was those Worms. Like I remember getting those Worms, zipping them up, and then going to my driveway and like just pulling down rebounds, like missing
boxing
shots,
people out,
like missing shots on purpose. Like most people go out and they're shooting shots and trying to make baskets. I was trying to miss so I could just rip down boards like Dennis Rodman in my Worms. Anyways,
he definitely was very ahead of his time. And like, I don't know, it's definitely like a source of inspiration for many people. I feel like currently, I mean, he looks like a fucking SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah. He's like an OG disruptor. Like he's the GOAT, bro.
He is.
How stoked are you for the Michael Jordan doc?
I mean, I'm excited for it. Probably not like everybody like for every like morsel of like MJ stuff. I feel like there's like this sort of like romanticizing of it by blowhards.
But a lot of it is going to be like the 96, 98 Bulls, right? Yeah. Which was Rodman's era. So
yeah, I mean, just may I have a crumb of Michael Jordan, please.
And then to continue on the Michael thing. The other thing is like I was super into Allen Iverson too. Like when he came into the league.
Oh, nice.
And that does
GOAT mode.
Those questions are like. Do you think that where do you think those are in the pantheon of like GOAT basketball shoes? Top 5?
Top 10, maybe.
It depends. It depends on like your fucking demo, but yeah, it's up there.
They are having a moment though. Are they? Wait, but sorry. Are the Worms on your Mount Rushmore?
No, but that was the single most exciting. Like my mom surprising me with basketball shoes moment of my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's indicative of how when everyone gravitates towards the biggest thing, you have your eye on the most interesting thing.
Yeah, little counter. And then too, maybe it is on my Mount Rushmore, but what I was wearing like all the way through, what were you guys wearing all the way through elementary school? I was wearing those Adidas Sambas for like 3 straight years.
Great shoe. GOAT shoe. Up there for sure. That's unimpeachable.
Absolutely. I had the pennies were my first like basketball shoe that I was able to like acquire.
Were amazing.
Pennies were great.
I remember that was like the first like $150 oh my God, sort of like going to basketball camp, got these sort of things. Those Penny made he had a run there too. Like when we were like,
how old are you in elementary school? Like when you're in elementary school, how old does that mean?
So I think in 5th grade was like 96. Like I remember I graduated junior high in 2000. So it was like 96, 97, like the end of that run.
I might have been in some airwalks back.
Oh, yeah. You go one or 2 ways there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Airwalks for me in like 7th and 8th grade, and 5th and 6th grade was like pennies, and I want to say like the Kevin Garnett shoes for some reason. I don't know why.
What about, remember those Scottie Pippen shoes?
Shaq Reeboks too.
Yeah.
Oh, air. Yeah. Well, there's Pippins with air on the side. I mean, that's the
those are awesome.
Classic. mean, that's Supreme flip those. Those are an icon. I mean, that's you want to talk about Mount Rushmore shoes? You could put that up there. I don't know about the Rodmans is a real. If you know, you know. That's kind of Sean Evans with a deep cut. You're digging in the crates right now, son. I'm impressed.
I mean, Sean, didn't you live in Scottie Pippen's crib?
I actually did. I did. That's a weird story. So it was awesome. I mean, what happened was it was right when we'd graduated college. So this is like 2008, 2009. And remember, there was like just as much market sort of financial, the future, the dollar is going to disappear sort of anxiety as there is now. So
thanks, Obama.
So like none of us had any idea that we were going to get a job. So I've had like the same group of 6 friends since I was in 3rd grade. We all kind of went to different colleges, but then when we all graduate, we're like back at home and like kind of not doing anything. Like my buddy Nick had a sales job where like it was 100% commission, like trying to sell website redesign. So he's just like soliciting door-to-door businesses and stuff, can't sell fucking anything. I was doing architectural tours of the Chicago River, like the same summer job that I had all the way through college. Jesus. I was doing that. And like our only friend that actually had a job was Rod. He was like working at like an investment bank or something. Like he was the only one that like had a
Rod, the God.
So Rod is like, dude, we got to get out of our parents' basement, and was like just going through stuff. And eventually he found this apartment. And when we were like getting shown the apartment, it was crazy. It looked like cribs. Like it was like crazy, like dining room table imported from France, flat screens all over the place. Like it was like a little tacky, but then like also cool. 22-foot like leather couch in the basement, pool table, security cameras, hot tub, like all of this stuff. And we figured out like, because I don't know what was going on. It's not like he was going to be able to sell this like brick mansion on the west side of the city in this like economic climate. So he must've just had somebody convince him that it was a good idea to have somebody like have tenants like cover the mortgage until this thing turns
What was
around.
the rent?
Yeah, exactly.
What was the rent?
So, it was amazing. First off, Chicago, shout out Chicago, the most livable city in the world. And then on top of that,
hey, James, what do you call it?
It's half of New York for 3/4 the price, or is it 3/4 of New York for half the price? It's one or the other.
Either way, it's a bad fucking deal. Fuck Chicago, go New York.
No, that sounds like a good deal. That sounds like a good deal. So, but whatever. I love Chicago and miss that city so much. But anyway, so the rent though was it was so low. Like it ended up being, it was this 5-bedroom crazy mansion, and I think it was like $3,500 a month or something. Like it was
God damn.
It was like
Jesus.
Like we figured out that if we could just like pool our resources, we could live in this place. And we did. We lived there for 2 years. We used to throw these like crazy Project X Halloween parties there with like people on the roof. Like, it was nuts. It was like just so extending like the college experience for another couple of years, and it was like the best times. Those are the best times. But yeah,
fucking
you created your own Playboy mansion.
It felt like that. It felt like that. And then we were trying to like
Hugh Hefner of the South Side.
Yeah, we were trying to like make the Scottie Pippen connection or whatever, but like the people that we were paying for, like the people, like that was like neighbors talking to us, like, you know whose house this is, But like the people that we were paying, like our landlord had like the same last name as like his wife, who was like in the Real Housewives of Miami, or like we did the math one day and it like clicked into place. But those were like the best times. Plus he left all the furniture behind. Like they were just like, it
was furnished?
Fully furnished. Place looked like fucking cribs. Like when my dad was like moving me in, he was like, what the fuck? Cause I'm doing architectural tours of the Chicago River and stuff, like I'm just like have this hourly rate.
You're a complete and utter disappointment, and then your dad's like, how could you afford this fucking place?
Yeah, and he's like moving me in. He's like, this is not real life. Like you're gonna have to be like, he's like, you're gonna have to be a millionaire many times over in order to have this quality of life ever again.
You know what we call that, Sean? We call that failing upwards, which is purely a saying and not the title of a previous podcast.
Wait, Sean, so are you saying that because you had to live up to like the expectations that crib set for you? That's why you're famous now? Because you're like, I gotta live in a better place. My dad threw the gauntlet down. I gotta fucking big dick him. Is that what's happening here?
I never thought about it until this exact moment, but you're right. Like that might have been when it was all ignited. Yeah.
It's all daddy issues.
That's free.
Okay, so real quick, so your Mount Rushmore is Sambas. It's the Pippin up-tempos?
No, I never had those, but I do think they're an awesome shoe.
Okay.
I like the Sambas. I like
the Stan Raffs.
The Stan Raffs. I like we did say something else there.
Worms. The Worms.
No, it's not the Worms. The Jordan 3 Black Cement. Black Cement
Jordan 3 Black Cement.
Best out of that. And then I got one more spot, right?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Put a bow on it. Wrap it the fuck up, dude.
Maybe honestly, I usually get them like the mid or whatever. Like I kind of like, I don't like the classic version so much, but I like the different things that they do to it. But it has to go in as the Air Force One probably. I don't like the sort of basic, like typical, like OG silhouette, but like when they do different things to it, I find myself like buying those. And I do like that.
You want a freak Air Force One.
What?
You want your Air Force One to be freaked a little bit.
Yeah, like what I want an APC Air Force One collab. I want that sort of thing.
Sure.
All right, Sean. Moving on to the next topic, next category rather. Very pertinent topic to these times, quarantine, where we're all just locked inside, just streaming endless content. Film and TV. What the fuck are you pouring into your eyeballs?
I'm glad because I've had a lot of time to do that. So I've been kind of getting into first off, all right, on TV, I watch a fuck ton of Shark Tank. Like I could watch 24 consecutive hours of Shark Tank. Like I really think like they just wheel them in. I fucking love Shark Tank. Fucking love Shark Tank right now. I'm watching so much Shark
with the
Tank.
sharks for a while now. This is you. This is your personal joy.
I love Shark Tank. On the movie side of things, like that's my big. Like I've been doing that a lot. Like in New York, I go to that Nighthawk all the time and watch movies. In LA, I go to ArcLight all the time and watch movies. Like everything, I've like watched everything this year. It's like my new thing. I don't know. I just kind of like because I'm such a cozy boy edible guy, and then now I'm like mixing in the movies with it and stuff. It's like
what's been your favorite? What's been your favorite film of 2020 so far?
So when I saw 2020, that's a good one.
And then let's also recap last year because that's been a thing that we've been talking to guests about. We should let Sean, as a newly minted Zuvi head, chime in real quick. So best.
Why don't we do? Let's do 2019 first because this year's been a weird year because like it's like trash movie season and then all the shit's like getting moved, released on demand. So why don't we do last year? Movies from 2019.
All right, so to me, like when I saw the Best Picture nominees, I was like, if anything besides Parasite or 1917 wins, I'm gonna be fucking annoyed. Like I was like, one of those two definitely has to win. I liked Knives Out. Joker.
1917 nominated for Best Pick?
Yes. Yeah, it was.
But it was not nominated for Best Actor, which I thought I understand that like. I understand that to be nominated for like Best Actor, Best Actress, like it's usually it very rarely goes to like newcomers. And I know that the dude in 1917 was like it was his first major role, but the shit that he went through to do that, I feel like was I don't know, just up there with other roles that like people.
Let me make a point. Normally, when that happens, right, like Leo in The Revenant, you have to already be an established name for people to really give you any fucking credit. If you are in more of like an ensemble type thing, like this dude whose name, by the way, we haven't even said, like, come on, man, he's not going to get nominated,
Yeah,
I know, but like I understand it's politics and it's perception and all that shit. But when I was watching that, like in my mind, I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe this guy's actually like doing what he's doing.
I haven't seen it. Is it that good? Do I need to see it? This is now
you have to.
So my boy, shout out Julian. He's been telling me that it's been incredible. So this is now 3 people being like it's that good, and all of you are mainly white. Maybe that's part of it.
No, you have to see it.
I mean,
it's unlike any other. It's like one long tracking shot.
No, I get it. I mean, Sean, I'm not a troglodyte. I don't live in a fucking cave. I understand. I get it.
But But honestly, like the whole tracking shot, like people were like drawn to that, and it's not a gimmick at all. But like to me, I didn't even like really fixate on that. It was more just like, oh my god, like the shit that this guy like literally crawling through the mud and crawling over like dead, not actually.
I have one question for both of you: is it better or worse than Dunkirk?
I think it's better. To me, it's like the thing
Really?
about 1917 is as it progresses, you just see this one guy going deeper and deeper and deeper into the into the atrocities of war. And it's this thing where it does just crank like step by step by step. And James, you're right. Like you don't think about the tracking shot. Like it's not you're so blown away by the visuals and the thing that you're watching that you don't even think about the level of difficulty with which they did it. It's like a skate routine or something where it happens to be the most difficult, like technically difficult thing that you can possibly do, but then it's like so effortless and entertaining that you don't even think about the technical prowess of it all.
Yeah.
Okay.
I unfortunately watched Dunkirk. I watched Dunkirk on a plane, so I feel like it's kind of apples and oranges to me.
Damn.
Dude,
okay,
I know.
Okay. So at least we can agree that it may be better than Dunkirk. It's definitely not better than Crank High Voltage, but okay. I'll check it out and we'll see what the deal is.
Yeah, okay. I'm curious what you'll say after.
All right,
Sean, what do you think? What do you think about what's a film that you wish studios would like release on like demand? You know, for like pay or whatever. But like, you know, all these movies getting pushed back. All these summer blockbusters, like is there one that you kind of were like, fuck, I really wish they would just like release this now?
I'm trying to think because like
Fast 9 or the
James Bond. James Bond for sure. Come on, people, let's go. I need James Bond immediately.
Well, I would watch that. I mean, it sounds like kind of like that's what they're doing. Like, I don't think anybody's holding anything in. Like, even like Trolls was supposed to have like a whole, you know, big screen, like cross, you know, like a massive movie release, and they just put that shit on demand. Like, maybe this is like the new
the rollout. Yeah, that's like hence Timberlake hitting Hot Ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Was that pre-COVID or after COVID, or can you not say?
No, it was way pre-COVID, like months ago sort of shoot. Like that was like one of the earlier shoots that we had in the season, and then kind of like stacked everything else on top of it, but knew that we had that Trolls peg for Justin Timberlake. Plus it would be like an amazing finale, obviously. Yeah. So
sure,
did hold on to it for a long time, but that was like way, it was weird because like the last 2 episodes, everything that we've shot obviously was pre-COVID. So it's like Zac Efron's like, hey, got to get outside, blah, blah, blah. You know, like it's like, it's weird how things age, you know? And like
bad advice.
Yeah, like Justin Timberlake's like, go out to the theater this weekend and see Trolls, you know, like, and then people are. What's funny is then like people are freaking the fuck out, and then even in the comments, like there'll be like a picture of me and Justin Timberlake, like you're violating 6 feet of space, like that's you know, like people think we
people
shot
are,
like
are
yesterday.
So stupid. People are so dumb, dude. Welcome to Earth.
I'm like, but when I'm like watching TV now with shit like Vanderpump or Summer House, I'm just like, fuck, I can't believe these people are like wipe down those doorknobs. Stop dapping each other up.
Well,
it's just like a pre-COVID world.
I would like to say this is the thing that no one has talked about. There are Bravo shows, and this is important to the Bravo boys. I can't speak for you, Sean, so apologies if you're about to be bored. But the Bravo shows that we're filming right now, whichever ones are like on this rotation of filming, are we going to watch Bravo shows that deal with COVID, and how will they deal with COVID? And I cannot wait for the next evolution of the American art form that is reality television. I'm so hyped.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I am a Bravo boy, by the way.
Hell
what do you watch? What do you watch?
Well,
what's the rotation?
So I like the $1 million listings, and I like
yes,
I like the Vanderpump Rules.
MDL LA is coming back soon.
But yeah, I mean, I like the LA one a little bit better than the New York one, I think, overall.
One of the dudes is named James Harris. He's fucking up my SEO.
Who's what else? Because like Sarah Honda is a big Bravo person. So like,
really,
yeah,
what?
So she could talk for hours. She's a big Bravo person, dude. Do you guys watch?
Shout out Sarah Honda a second time. A fucking living legend. Legend.
She is. She's like she's the behind the scenes legend. Like all the things that she's touched in her life, it's nuts. Do you guys watch Siesta Key?
No,
dude, that's
our guest, the pod. Is she the cool pod aunt? Alyssa Vingan Klein is huge Siesta Key fan. She's She's like, it's like the hills of Laguna Beach, right? But in Florida.
Yeah, so it's like kind of like a Florida dirtbag take on all of those things, you know, like, and it really is.
Like
it's
Florida
like
Jersey Shore.
It's different. Like it's
that's Florida Bama Shore. I'm thinking of an actual thing. Sorry.
I think it's the same Snapchat. It's the same snapshot of all of these, like, you know, whatever. There's not much that separates Jersey Shore from Laguna Beach from all of these things when you really think about it. It's just sort of the regional eccentricities of all these places.
Or money. Laguna Beach was rich though, right? And like the OC was rich, not trash.
Yeah, and Siesta Key's kind of rich, but then I also don't know if it's like Florida. Well, you know, because like these guys, like
Florida rich is different, right? Yeah.
Like they'll live in these mansions, but then like sometimes in these drone shots, I can see like power lines running past both sides of the property in like a spray tan place like across the street. Like it's like a weird.
It's like your dad works in finance, but what he really does is he sells subprime mortgages.
Right.
Yeah, it's a superficial rich. It's they all wear common projects. I believe is a typical line.
Got his ass.
What about Sean? What about film and TV you're not fucking with? Like, is there anything that's? What about like Tiger King? Were you a part of that whole phenomenon?
Yeah, I love Tiger King. I knew it'd be awesome when he put on that like custom leather EMS jacket after that chick got his arm ripped off. And then
the drip don't stop.
The drip don't stop. And then he walked into the gift shop and he goes, all right, before you guys hear it on the news, we had a worker put their hand inside one of the cages and Tiger ripped their arm off. So if you guys want like a rain check or a refund or something, you know, like it was like so sort of like, and then I was like, all right, I'm hooked on this show, and it didn't disappoint. I love Tiger King. I really like true crime docs and like true crime podcasts and stuff. Yeah,
like Don't Fuck with Cats. Also,
I like that one a lot too. I thought Don't Fuck with Cats is great. Netflix on a true crime level knows what the fuck it's doing. Like they do good.
Aaron Hernandez was fire too. That was good.
They don't miss. Netflix doesn't miss with true crime docs. They really don't.
They're spending $1 billion, dude. I hope they don't miss. Goddamn.
Yeah, but
is there a
show,
Sean,
that spend money in a way that's stupid? Netflix knows what it's doing.
Fair.
Is there a show, Sean, that is kind of like a sleeper that people might not really know about or haven't given a shot yet that you want to co-sign and tell them to like go check it out? Because like obviously the hits like Tiger King, Shark Tank, 1917, but like what is there anything that's a little bit under the radar?
All right, so here's what I'll say. Not that this is necessarily under the radar, but I did go back and watch like The Wire, which is amazing. Which I'd encourage sort of like going into the back catalog. The thing that I put off forever, but it is awesome, is Better Call Saul. Like I kind of like didn't dive into that, and then now I've revisited it. But do you know what I think
James is rewatching Breaking Bad right now.
Yeah, but that's another thing too, where like I kind of missed the Breaking Bad boat and like missed the Game of Thrones boat, missed all these things, then kind of like went back and went through them, and I was like, oh shit, I should have been on this since day one. Succession, obviously, Billions. I know that you guys are like big Succession guys.
Hell yes.
But do you know what is like the best show and like the best performance? And it got a lot of attention and a lot of credit and stuff. But I would say like anybody who's into the things that we're talking about right now, you have to see The Loudest Voice, that like Russell Crowe Fox News thing. Like if you watch The Loudest Voice, you can't think Bombshell is good. Like
wait,
word?
So I watched Bombshell, I liked it, but The Loudest Voice is Russell Crowe as Roger Ailes?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And it is
when did that come out?
It was like a Showtime, like limited sort of release thing.
Showtime limited series. Damn, they're doing that too now. Okay.
So they did it. I'm telling you, I was like hooked. Like I was like, fine, I'll give this thing a shot. And then like I watched it. Like it was one of those things where you're like, all right, well I guess I have to watch the next one. Guess I have to watch the next one. But I was like so blown away by Russell Crowe in it. But it's one of those things like if you see The Loudest Voice and then you see Bombshell, you can't think Bombshell's good. Like The Loudest Voice dunks so hard on Bombshell.
I think Angel Diaz gave me his Showtime login info. So I could watch Deez and Mero. I'm gonna have to go see if he's still paying the Showtime bills.
Yeah,
damn, dude.
I see if
how
he's
strong is the brand.
The Loudest Voice, that like Sacha Baron Cohen show, and Deez and Mero, like Showtime and Billions. You know, Showtime's kind of
damn it. Showtime.
Yeah, I love
Showtime
Billions.
kind of-
I'm a Billions apologist though, because like Succession, talk about fucking going hard in the paint and fucking dunking on someone, posterizing them like God posterized your ass. Fucking Succession dunked on Billions so hard right out the gate, and as a Billions fan, you kind of hate to see it, but Succession also just rocks, dude.
Well, I think that
they had to postpone season 3, or they had to postpone production of season 3. They were filming it.
Well, what I think is that's, I'd like to talk about this because I'm a fan of both shows, but you're right. Like, to me, Succession is realer. It's like cast better. Billions is one of these things where the way people talk in Billions is not how people talk in real life. It's like a book. It's like, so it's,
Yo,
it's like,
Billions
it's Aaron Sorkin
no,
shit.
dude, it's the most. Billions is the most beautiful and most expensively made USA procedural of all time, and it fucking rocks. Okay, and that's why. But Sean, that's why it's good, because it's so bad. But Succession is exactly what you want if you like this kind of television, and that's because it's not TV. It's HBO, bitch.
Yeah, and I think that too is it's like Succession is the most realistic take on mook culture in New York, so it's like if you want to see these things, like when he
Culture.
when he like puts his like when he does that thing where he's like eating that bird but he's like covering himself because of the shame. Like that's like that's like some real shit, and like the way that they were like presenting that sort of thing and in that way is like how it would go down. And so it's like you wouldn't see these sorts of I can't say it any other way, but these like tenets of mook culture, like the way that it gives you a window into that with Succession is like amazing. Like I'm so compelled by it.
Window into a mook culture. It's so good, dude.
I mean, I think what these shows do well is that they have consultants that are of that world. With Succession, with Silicon Valley was trash at the end, but in the beginning when it was good, before it became nerd entourage, they had like consultants from like Silicon Valley in the tech world being like, no, actually they would wear this, or actually they would drive this, or actually they would probably say this.
Wait, James, do you know who is a consultant on Succession, or on Billions rather? Do you know
who?
Antonio of 18 East, his older brother. I'm not gonna say his name.
What?
He is, yeah. I've talked to him about it extensively. It's fascinating. He is a big-time, extremely powerful lawyer, and Antonio's older brother is a legit consultant on Billions. Fire.
That's fire.
Biggest flex of all time. Shop 18 East right now.
Well, damn. Also, maybe shop fucking Showtime, because it sounds like they got some gas. Sean, moving on to the next category, fuck with, not fuck with. You're a foodman. You obviously like to fucking chomp down on wings, but I know that you're more of a gourmand than just the fucking, fried chicken flappers and drums. What quarantine meals have you been fucking with?
Well, Schoenberger put me up on this like farm service where like just once a week they drop off like mad soup and like cornbread and like cookies and like it's like one of those.
CSA.
They give you like a full week's worth of food.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all coming like pre-made or whatever. You're just like heating everything up. So I've been doing that. I wish I had. I wish I could shout them out, but I forgot what something. It's like Hilltop Farms or like something like that. But that's what I've been eating in quarantine. Just like a lot of soup. But it's great. Like they send like they'll be like, oh, like here's here's frittata. Here's like a falafel salad. Like they do like different stuff like every so it's all awesome. So that's what I've been doing. I think like that's the best way to do it. Then you don't have to go outside or anything. You just have like everything there, and you're just in your like cell space or whatever.
So do you cook at home typically, or are you like more of a takeout delivery guy?
Almost never. I'm so takeout delivery guy. I mean,
really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm in like a like a small Upper East Side, like one bedroom. I could stand in my kitchen and touch every wall. Like I could stand in the middle of the kitchen and touch every wall.
Without triangulating your position in New York, what are your go-to? Let's shout out some local restaurants and bars that you like to frequent.
Yeah. Well, okay. It's hard because I could like. Sometimes I feel like people even know anyway. Like the other day, I'll just stop talking before I like actually document. But I'm trying to think like.
Wait, Sean, hold on, Sean, real quick. What's your address?
Yeah. What's your social security number? What's your social?
You know what? I used to, one of my buddies, like for a long time, Rod, shout out Rod. like from Chicago or whatever. He was living
the God.
He was living on the Upper East Side too for a little bit. He like recently moved back to Chicago, but for like a couple of years we were kind of neighbors, and we used to go to this place called the Bar Room all the time. I think I don't know if they're like a chain, but it's like the something room, like the this room, the that room. Like they might have other establishments, but we used to go to the Bar Room all the time out there. You know, I used to like just I'm more of like I'm super close to Central Park, so it's like getting like a cappuccino and walking Central Park is like more my vibe. On the food side of things, dude, do you know it's like a low-key good chain restaurant that does carry out that's pretty good? Is the Smith.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised to hear that.
Like the as a carry out option or like whatever. I don't even mind the spots.
Their French fries are fucking gas, dude.
Dude, I fuck with the Smith. Like the Smith's kind of underrated. I mean, not underrated in that they have like mad locations that and it's usually like a pretty full restaurant.
To be real, it's advanced basic.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Huge gas.
But like if I'm treating myself, like if I'm like, all right, like it's Friday, I don't have to. I'm done with work. I went to the gym. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna order some of that damn gnocchi over here and like a cocktail in a can, like light up this joint and watch some Succession. Like that to me is like an awesome Friday night.
The gnocchi eater has entered the chat.
Do you when you eat out at restaurants, does the waiter or like the chef come out and be like, hey, no, do you want to try our wings?
It actually
shake his hand.
It actually is something that happens because, you know, First We Feast is like so in the food space. You know what I mean? So if you're like a chef or whatever, like you probably know, you're probably aware. And then usually they're like fans and stuff. So that happens like all the time. Like,
Wait, is it a great with great power comes great responsibility thing? Like, what do you feel like the expectations are on you to like be like, oh, it was delicious, or like, how does that affect you?
Yeah, definitely. Like, well, there is a part where like there are times where you're like, fuck, dude, I just wanted to like get dinner. You know, like I didn't want like to try everything.
Live my life.
But yeah, but it is super nice, and people are excited to see you. So it's an awesome experience and a blessing, and that won't happen to me throughout my entire life. So I am enjoying it while it is happening. So there is that part of it, but yeah, it's kind of cool. Like people bring out this, bring out that. I'm trying to think. Like I went to this like pizza spot in San Francisco. It was like the best pizza I've ever had in my life. But that was like the thing that
really.
I'm trying to think about what it is, so I can shout it out. Fuck.
Wait, Sean, what's your favorite New York pizza spot?
Ooh, here we go.
Well, you know, I mean, Frank's my guy, so I like Best Pizza. You know, like Frank's my guy.
Oh, Best Pizza is so fire.
Yeah, you can't. It's undeniable.
The vegetarian square slice is so fucking gas.
I want to shout out Chef real quick. When we were doing a Small Business Sunday or whatever we were doing, Chef shouted out Emmett's. With
dude, I was just about to shout out.
That was gonna be my That was going to be my 60 seconds of thirst question. I was going to ask what your thoughts on Emmett's were, because I fucking love Emmett's, dude. It's so good.
Underrated, bro. Dude, not underrated.
Yeah, so for people who don't know, Emmett's is this spot where they make like the dude's from Chicago, so he's brought like the Chicago staples to New York.
I didn't even know.
So he's all right. So like I miss deep dish. Like I'm a deep dish. Like I love deep dish. I'm like a deep dish apologist. I know. It's controversial, but like Emmett's makes bomb ass Chicago deep dish. So like that's kind of how I was like introduced to him. But then he's like a super nice guy. So yeah, Emmett's is awesome. I was gonna say like I was gonna kind of like shout out Emmett's, but Best Pizza to me is like the best. You know, I feel like I should respect the New York pizza craft when I'm living in New York. So I got to shout out Best Pizza. But then to me, like
they just real quick, Best Pizza, they're one of these establishments where they are like, hey, come in. If you can't afford a meal, come in, have this food for, no questions asked, pay what you want.
Lit.
So shout out Best Pizza for also doing the right thing in these crazy fucking times.
Respect.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. I'm kind of surprised that you picked Best, but I am also pleased. What about what quarantine meals are you not fucking with? What do you think about like people just like posting all their like home cooked shit, which I'm guilty of? But what about people that are like,
bread.
yo, I made this sourdough.
That's good. It's not easy to make sourdough.
Facts. He's right.
Are people doing like the Hot Ones challenge more so during quarantine? Like doing like, increasingly spicier wings?
Yeah, I think I'm getting that tweet more where people are doing that. But it is too like I'm not seeing like big parties though. Some people like throw like huge sort of like fantasy football draft Hot Ones doing. Yeah. So maybe that's fallen off. But I think like people just sort of occupying their time doing the sauces along with the show. I'm getting more of those tweets than I used to get.
So what you're saying is you're used to people throwing literal extravaganzas surrounding your intellectual property, whereas right now it's slowed down a little bit, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's more like just the at-home edition. Yeah.
Got it.
Yo, I don't know if you saw this. Sean, I don't know if you saw this news, but apparently the cancellation of of March Madness has caused a giant national surplus of chicken wings.
Whoa. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know March Madness was like I didn't even know that wings were like a March Madness thing.
Yeah, dude.
I guess because it's like a month-long or like a 2-week-long thing. Like
a 2-week-long just sort of like food bender that people are going on just watching games.
Exactly.
Carry out.
Sean, modern problems require modern solutions. What should we do with the chicken wing epidemic that is currently happening, the surplus?
The three of us have just got to get together, pass just bong rip after bong rip until we've we've worked up an appetite big enough to put a dent in that, because that's not right, These chickens
Let's do the right thing,
can't be in vain.
Do the right thing, boys. Buy chicken wings.
Sean, I want to wrap up Fuck With Not Fuck With working title and move on to the next mini segment, which is just a little game we like to play here. Last John, next John. We want to know, what was the last John you copped at full retail? And what's the next John you have your eye on? Maybe it's already in the shopping cart.
I think last John I copped was probably for a Hot Ones episode. And I'm trying to think. I know what it is. I bought this rag and bone jacket that I like.
Oh, nice.
That was the last. That was
New York brand.
One. I got. It was like this green one.
Do you have a wardrobe budget? Like, are you able to, if you're like, hey, I want to wear this on the show, does Complex, Verizon, Telecommunications, 5G, whatever, like, do they pay for that?
I think like technically there is like some, but it's like goofy. Like it's like $100 an episode, like not, I'm not like,
what?
I'm not
it's
like
some broke boy shit.
It's like not even, but it's whatever. Nobody should cry for me or whatever. I can buy my own clothes. I can buy my own clothes.
Don't cry for me, fucking Sean and Tina, dude.
Yeah. It's like, whatever. It's like one of those things that's not like a super important.
I believe it's called the first world problem.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's a extreme first world problem that, like, I don't care. It's like if you're in a contract negotiation or whatever, it's not like you're going to get stuck on the fucking wardrobe budget,
Well, Lawrence and I might.
I'm not holding the goddamn Bergdorf's bag over here.
But yeah, just go to Bergdorf anyway,
What about next, John? What you got your eye on?
Yeah, what are you going to cop next, baby?
Dude, I want you guys to send me some loafer and slipper pics.
Oh, sick.
I'm going to put you guys on that. I want to outsource. I want to get I want to get some fucking sick loafers and some fucking sick slippers.
Wait, Sean. Would you ever wear Gucci horsebit loafers? Like, what does that mean to you? Or is that too gauche or weird or Wall Street, or what's your thought?
I'd have to look around a little bit, but I don't, I kind of like, to me, high-low is all that matters to me. Like if I'm eating, like I either want to be at like a Michelin restaurant or I want to be eating off a fucking taco truck. You know what I mean? Like to me, it's like the middle ground. The middle ground doesn't do anything for me. So I even sort of like the idea of like getting some like crazy flex slippers, like crazy crazy expensive like loafers or whatever, and then like putting some fucking sweatpants with them, you know, like something like that. Like I kind of like mixing that, like the sort of like cozy boy, like 1 foot in, 1 foot out thing. Yeah. So to me, I trust your judgment on that sort of thing, because you know, don't lead me astray. Don't lead me down a, you know, you guys could easily pull the wool over my eyes, and then I wear something and then somebody takes a picture, and then all of a sudden Throwing Fits Instagram is just fucking roast. Like you guys could bear trap me like that, but
we're never gonna. This isn't a long con, Sean. And just to be clear, high low in James's world, it means scaling the peak of a taco truck and getting banned for life. So
yes, that did happen.
We've been there.
Sean, I don't know about you guys, but I've made some like very weird, questionable quarantine cops. I believe by 8 p.m. tonight, my Heelys are arriving.
You're getting Heelys?
Have you made any like weird? Yeah,
that's awesome.
You're a monster. You're a fucking monster.
Have you made any like weird or strange quarantine cops when like, you know, you're like a little too high, a little too drunk? It was like really early in the morning, really late at night, and you just like pulled the trigger on something. We're just like, wait, like I wouldn't have copped that under normal circumstances.
No, you know, I'm not really like a cop off the gram, or I'm not really like an Amazon shopper guy. So to me, like whatever, I'll stop on an errand, like on my way to work or on my way home or whatever. Like that's where my buying happens. So like I'm so hyped. This is the lowest credit card bill I've had in like 2 years. Like I'm just chilling. Like I'm just living off the land right now. I'm not buying shit. Like it's just been chill. Like I'll probably go a little nuts when this is all said and like when we can go back outside again. But like right now, I'm plus two. Like that's what sucks too. Is like I'm not like a employee or anything. You know, like every time I get paid, I gotta like do work, and right now that's a little dry. So I've just been kind of chilling.
Woo. Tell me about it, bro.
Look, bump it up, you came to get it drunk with a dame or shit it drunk, you came to get it on. More than 5 O's in your bank to get it on. Roll up like that thing can get it on. Plank to fit it on, came to get it on. Hold up, you wanna work that, twerk that. Let me in, let me hurt that, murk that. Say you gotta hurt back. Can't spit it out, boo, you gotta slurp that. Can't cuddle after we done, it wasn't worth that. Joey, I'm responsible for bringing dirt back. Can we back? She at the bar style and she throwing it up. She drank a little hypno, throwing it up. But I'm only dealing with freaks that wanna cut mine. If you agree, and one nut can't go to get it played late night on BET Uncut. Do your thing, let me do my thing. I mean, do your thing, let me do my thing. Move that thing, mommy, move that thing. Come on, move that thing, mommy, move that thing. Hustle, do your thing, let me do my thing. Pump it up. I see some haters drilling. I see some ladies chilling. I see that girlie I've been plotting to get. She could hop in the whip and we could pump it up. Okay, we was leaving, we was done. Then she said, can my peoples come? Here we go, I see you, don't stop. They wanna ride in something with a rim, don't stop. Look, baby, you fine, but your girlfriend's not. And then she wanna hold out, getting cute on the phone. I ain't gotta be bothered, be cute on your own. My jump off doesn't run off at the mouth so much. My jump off never asks why I go out so much. My jump off never has me going out of my way. And she don't want nothing on Valentine's Day. My jump off don't argue and get rebellious. And she don't mind hanging out with the fellas. My jump off's not insecure or jealous. Do your thing, let me do my thing. I mean, do your thing, let me do my thing. Move that thing, mommy, move that thing. Come on, move that thing, mommy, move that thing. Hustle, do your thing, let me do my thing. Pump it up. Y'all dudes keep talking about your ice and all the shine. Do it, that's a white goat.